It's time for Vechtersbazen.
De Vechtersbazen zijn terug in je leven, op je beeldscherm of in je oren, hoe je ons volgt. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, maakt niet uit. We zijn er voor jou met de mooiste verhalen van je favoriete vechters. En alles wat je maar wil weten van jouw helden. En een held hebben we vandaag sowieso. Een held zit ook weer op de bank naast mij. Die hebben we de vorige week voor het eerst in deze positie gezien. Rida van Rida in de Ring. Rida, hoe gaat het hier deze morgen?
Ja, lekker man. We zijn er weer. Vechtersbazen.
Ja, heb je weer laten pijnigen?
Ja, ik heb me deze week weer... ik ben zelfs KO gegaan.
Je bent zelfs
KO? Of in ieder geval, ik ben neergegaan. Dus
niet spoilen verder nog.
Goed.
Met wie je zo, dat gaan we straks dan zien. Rida in de Ring. Lekker. En naast jou een man, wat moeten we meer over hem zeggen? Hij is de nummer 1 gerankte heavyweight. We gaan het zo in het Engels doen, Antonio. Maar nog eventjes, de nummer 1 gerankte heavyweight bij Glory. Hij had vorig jaar een fantastisch jaar met 2 geweldige knockouts. En we gaan het met hem hebben over wat misschien nu voor hem in het verschiet ligt. En nog veel meer. Allereerst Antonio, we gaan het dus in het Engels doen. Dat had je al begrepen, Antonio. Happy to have you here. How are you?
Yeah, very nice. Happy to be here.
Good.
Yes.
I was just introduce you a little bit. And
I understand.
You've been here long enough. How long have you been in Netherlands now? 3 years?
3.5 years, yeah.
Yeah, so you're picking up?
I'm starting. If I know what people are talking about, I can understand it a bit, not 100%, but I can understand what they say. But if I don't know or somebody talk too fast or just in the pass, I cannot understand. But
all right.
I understand much more than I can speak, but I'm starting to speak a little bit.
Good. What's the best thing Mike taught you? Because I'm sure Mike taught you some good lines.
No, with Mike is also lead threats. Bena.
Okay.
The stuff that he's saying during the training.
That during the training. Yeah. The other stuff is not allowed to say on air? Or?
No, the other stuff is on English.
Okay. We're going to talk a lot about Mike, about your fights, about your future, about your past, all those kind of things. But we also always start the podcast with what we call dekking laag. So it means guard low. Seems a little bit unnatural maybe for a fighter, but I'm going to give you some dilemmas, and I want you to react
quickly.
Quick. Don't think about it too much. So are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Amsterdam or Split?
Split.
Hajduk or Dynamo?
Hajduk.
Glory or K1?
Glory.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Good Cop or Crow Cop?
Good Cop.
Or Crow Cop?
Oh, Crow Cop.
Torcida or Delia?
Torcida.
Knockout or Hulk Smash?
Hulk Smash.
Fritoule or Appelflap?
Fritoule.
Have you ever tried Appelflap?
No, I don't know what it is, but it's apple. I don't like apples.
Okay, well, we have some work to do. Rico or Alistair?
Alistair.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Why summer?
It's all nice.
Yeah.
And it's not freezing cold. And everything is, I don't know, a little bit slower. The time goes slower during the summer.
Yeah.
And if you want to party, you can party all day long.
Yeah.
And nobody will look at you as crazy. Yeah. Not that I party, but like the vibe in the air and around everything, I think, during the summer.
You don't party? I think you like to party. I follow your Instagram a little bit, and I see sometimes you're living the good life, nice cars, home boats, partying. I think you like to party.
No, it's... well, now the partying part is only when the few of the friends get together, because the one friend is on a ship, like the salesman, I don't know how it's called here. The other friend is living in Zagreb. The third friend is also like a skipper. He's driving also the yacht for the one rich dude. And I'm in Amsterdam. And also one other friend is also the whole time in Split.
Yeah.
So basically, when we all come to the same place, it's party, but it's not often. It's like 2 times a year, 3 times a year, maybe.
Okay.
And it's mostly during my fights. They all come to the fights if they can. Yeah,
because you have a very loyal fan base, I think. Wherever you fight, there's always a good group of Croatian supporters there for you.
It's getting bigger and bigger for them to come, you know. it's also a little bit pricey for them to come. You know, the trip and everything. With buying tickets and everything, I think at least 1,500, 2,000 euros they need to spend to go up, down, everything. But a lot of them come, like 20, 30, 40 people always come. So that's really nice. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. And then there's best wel Hajduk or Dynamo. You said, Hajduk, of course.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of those guys coming over also.
Yes. The Torcida and Hajduk, they are from the Split, like from the Split. And if you come to Split, you basically will see like on every building. I don't know. There is the guy, also YouTuber, made a video like the city with the most, painted on the wall, like tributes to the Hajduk. Because every wall that is empty, there's Hajduk on it. But nice, really nice, like graffiti and everything. Yeah. It's crazy. And now Hajduk, some say they have a chance to win the championship, some say they don't. But if they win a championship, like I promise you, the Netherlands news will stream it that people in Split went too crazy, because I think from the Diocles and Palace, like the center of the city, it's all going down, like it's a bit flapped.
I've heard about the ultras from that club. They are crazy, yeah?
Yeah, it's crazy. Now they didn't won a championship for like, I think 2003, 4, 5, like long time.
Yeah.
The Dynamo mostly won everything. So if they win it, it's going to be... I'm not that much like a hooligan or that much crazy about it, but the people, you cannot know it, because everywhere you go, even if you don't watch football down there, it's
inevitable.
I went to the school near the Poljud, it's where the games are. Yeah. So every time Hajduk play, we didn't have school. And they play that often, so very nice.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was when you fought Tarek Webers. And that same night was also Badr against Rosek.
Yes.
And you had some Hajduk supporters in the building. And Rosek has a lot of fans from Legia Warsaw, but also pretty hardcore guys.
Yes,
and there were a lot of the Moroccan fans from Badr. And I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I mean, you were there as well. You remember that?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. The atmosphere there.
Yeah.
So... everyone went crazy, yelling.
Yeah, one guy, bigger guy, told me that he was getting on his chair all the time because they were on the
floor. Yeah.
On the floor, but a little bit back.
Yeah.
And he was getting on the chair, and the security behind me went like, "Oh, please sit down, like 2-3 times." After the third time, he just look at him and told him like on Croatian, like, fuck you, like go to hell, blah, 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 and just stand on the chair. Then like during the whole fight, there were like 10 security guys behind him. And he said like, I don't care. If we need to do it, we're gonna do it.
But nothing happened, right?
Yeah, no, it was all good. Then after the fight, all the security guys were super nice and everything.
Yeah. Good. I was happy because at first I thought, okay, this is a potential cocktail of disaster in the building.
It could go wrong, yeah.
Yeah, but nothing happened. Good. No. I'm gonna want to talk about your glory career and everything, but let's start at the start. How did you get into fighting kickboxing?
My father is in the military his whole life. So basically, he was not pushing me, but he was also, the big fan of K1. Everybody know Peter, Sammy, so I don't talk like everybody all the time, but we was watching that, and every now and then we had a little small gym in my village, and we went there, train a bit. I wasn't that much into it because I was training football and judo.
Okay.
After that, I started breakdancing.
Oh, okay. How did that go?
No, it was for the girls because at that moment I was like 8 or the first grade of high school, and one of like a friend from my hood calls me, okay, I go breakdancing, come with me. And I was thinking like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why go breakdancing? Who does that? Like, the breakdancing scene in Croatia is like, there's no one. Like, people don't do it. It's not big. Yeah. But then he started to go. One other friend started to go. Like 10 people, 15 from the hood, all go dancing.
Then you needed to go.
And
also.
I'm thinking like, what is wrong with them? And the guy told me like, okay, just come one time and we'll see like if you're gonna train or not. I go there and like every girl that was like beautiful at that moment, like when we were kids, was training there. And I entered like the gym and was like, look at them, and they do nothing. They just sit there and look at the girls. And I go, okay.
I can do that.
I want to train. Then train that for a bit, and after that, little bit, in high school, like you want to prove yourself. I come like not from the Split, but the city near the Split, Solin. Then it's always something. Then started like to get in a fight, stuff like that, and my friend told me, okay, we should try it. There was like a boxing class in Solin, then I come and I like it.
Yeah. And did you have a feeling right away that you were actually really good at it? That you had a future?
Yeah, I had like some basics and everything I knew from the father. He was showing me, but I didn't took it that seriously. Then the first training I came, the coach was like famous fighter from Split, like not the big star, but he was fighter in Split. He was the coach. And he told me like 10 times during the training, like, this cannot be your first training. And I said like, this is really my first training. Yeah. And then, it from the beginning, it went like really well. Like from the beginning, that was like only the class for only like amateurs, just like come and have fun, box with them. And from the first training, he told me like, okay, you need to come to professional gym and start fighting. And that's how it began, yeah.
Did you really like it, or just you did it because everyone...
I really like when I started, I really like it,
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the beginning, it was, all the guys around were talking like, Antonio is now training like fighting sport, nothing from that. Yeah. He's just training it to act tough and stuff like that. But I really, really like it. Like from the moment I start training, I don't think I had one fight on the street or any problem or nothing. It was just like straight, like all the aggression or anything that bothers me, and so just went there.
Yeah. What do you like about fighting?
Because you cannot lie about it. It's very simple, like how to say it, like the basic human, let's say,
the instinct.
Yeah. You cannot lie who is better, who is worse. You cannot play any tricks. You just leave it over there and you see who is better and who is right, who is wrong. Like, it's
the most pure test of skills.
It's just pure. Like that's the word. Like you cannot do anything different about it. Like it's It's and then I don't need to talk to this. I don't like need to do no marketing, no media, no nothing. If you just win and prove yourself to the best and don't say even the single word after the fight, you will be the best. Everybody will know about you. And
it's also I don't know. It's also a little bit frightening, right? The idea of getting inside this controlled space with another guy who's also trying to take your head off.
Yes, it's also that, but. I was thinking all the time, also when I first started to fight the glory, also now I sometimes do the bear training, not the bear training, but you just don't feel good at training or something like that. I'm sitting and thinking like, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I should do something else. Then I saw a video of Floyd Mayweather saying that he was thinking when he was like 39 and all, he was thinking like, maybe this is not for me,
It never goes away.
And then I started thinking a little bit by it. Okay, I was also thinking like I need a little bit more experience, a little bit more this, little stuff like every fighter thinks. And at one moment I'm watching Badr and Saki fight. After that I watched the Spong fights, some UFC fights, boxing stuff. And I'm looking and they're all like 27, 28, 29 years old at that moment that I watched that fight. And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm 27 now. Like fuck everything. I will just like go and beat everybody up. Don't need nothing else. Like I'm ready for everything.
Yeah.
And at that moment, it's like the click made in a head, and I'm just ready. Like no, nothing else matters. I don't care if it's. I never was like too afraid to get in a ring. You know, there are some fighters, they puke before the fight. They're scared. They nervous too much. But I was never the kind of guy that gets too hype or too nervous or anything.
No.
Like I could, the best sleep I have is during the fight week.
Really?
Yes, and the best sleep I have, like you can ask Mike or whoever, is fight day.
Really?
Like if it's fight day, I sleep at least like 12, 13 hours easy. Easy, like I sleep
crazy,
like
man.
a baby.
I think you're one of a kind, because I think if you ask a million fighters, nobody else will say that.
I see that, and I really like, Mike knows, well, everybody you know who's around it during the fight. Like that's like the most nice time for me is like fight week. Just sleep. I can say whatever I want. Everybody says, yeah, you're right.
It's okay.
It's all good. Like everybody wants you to be happy. And I like sleep like a baby. And then also because of that, I need like some, Walter started from the Tariq fight. He started to hype me up and start screaming at me and get me in the zone, because sometimes I was too sleepy. I was like in behind, like I'm going fighting, but
you need a little bit of nerve,
you
right?
need it, you
tension.
need But then we started doing that, like getting crazy in the room, screaming, yelling, and fighting and stuff like that. Then, okay, that's my right zone to get in the fight.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you ready to die in the ring?
Yeah, that's also important for me. To every fight I go in, I make clear with myself before, okay, now anything happens, but whatever happens, like I'm not the one. Like 100%, like just make sure with myself, like everything. Oh, I pray, call my priest, talk with him, everything, like, okay, I'm ready now. Let's do it.
You worked with Branko Cikatic also in the past, eh?
Yes.
For the younger viewers who don't know, Branko Cikatic was the first ever K1 Grand Prix winner. We all was very proud of all the Dutch success and everything, but the actual first K1 winner of all time was Croatian Branko Cikatic. How was it working? He passed away 2 years ago, sadly. How was it working with him?
Well, it was... at that time, we couldn't do much training and stuff like that, because he was already, you know, bad condition with physically. He cannot, he could walk and everything, but train and stuff, he cannot do it. So training, we didn't do much. He'd hold like pads for me once or twice, a little bit, how, you know, round or two, how much he can, but talking with him about the fights and like his perspective of fighting, how he was thinking about it, what did he do and stuff like that, that's helped me, you know. He was like really tough guy, and he is also from the same small city I'm from, like Solin. So growing up, like when I started fighting, every person there is like, what do you think about Branko, you know, because he's like
a local legend.
So he's from the same city and everything, and so it was really nice, you know. I never had a chance to meet him or stuff like that till that moment. Then I had pleasure a little bit working with him and stuff like that, but he was going down with his condition and everything.
He was ill for a long time, man. Given that fact that he was such a legend in your home country, and then you start working with him, you actually won the K1 title at one point in your career. How big of a deal was that because of Branko?
For me at that time, that was like, I was very happy with it. It was like really big for me. Like I knew it wasn't the best heavyweights in the world. They were me, Raul Manart, Ibrahim El Bouini, and one other guy, I think he's French. Heavyweight who are like the better ones, and all the other 4 guys were Japanese. So I know like it wasn't like the old K1 and everything, but at that moment for me that was like the really big thing. And to come to Japan, to see how it looks, to fight there, it was like really, really nice. Yeah, like I'm proud of that, you know. I'm very happy about it. I would like it more to fight at that time, you know, 2006-07. But still, you know, it's very nice, like very nice memory, and I really like it. Everything there was like perfect for me.
How big of a influence was he, Branko, of you coming actually to train in Holland now in Amsterdam? Because he had a lot of success training in Amsterdam with Shakuriki, with Tom Hardy.
We before coming training to Amsterdam, already came to Amsterdam like 4 or 5 times, but like for 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum. Like how much we can like money spend here to live here and be here just training. And everybody in Croatia, I don't know, Balkan, all around the world know if you want to be good at the fighting sport, right now you need to come either to Holland or you need to go like one gym in Norway or few gyms in America. Like if you want to be somebody. If not, it will be really hard for you to make a name for yourself. We all know that you need to come here to train to get to the certain level. But I didn't have a chance for that. Like I was fighting when I didn't have like the manager or nothing. Like I was just training and waiting for a call. Like if one championship or anyone called and said, okay, you get money for a fight. When 2 weeks, it's good.
Here we go.
We go. That's the way I was fighting. And with that, still I was competing like amateurs, because if I didn't have time for a fight for a long time, that was just like a little bit to fill in. So it was good. But then after one fight in Bosnia and Herzegovina, now Miro, that is like my manager and sponsor, he was on the fight and he said like, okay, I will help him.
He's the guy always with the flag in the ring.
Yeah,
right?
that's him, the guy with the flag. And he told
You're
like,
a hype man,
I will like help you and support you and take you to the mic gym and all that. At the moment when he told me that, I was like, another bullshit talker, you know, because he was not the first one to tell me all those things. Then like month passed, he told me like, oh, I will call you and arrange everything for you. I'm like, okay. We heard maybe like once or twice on a mobile phone. It passed like 30-40 days. He calling, okay, buy a ticket and come to Holland. And I was like, I have nothing to lose either way, so okay, I'm coming. And it was like, everything was like he said, like he introduced me to the mic, brought me to the gym, and we started doing it. Then Mike get me fighting a Glory against Nordin, and it was good.
So it was actually you, because of Miro, you ended up with Mike's gym, because I was about to ask, why Mike's gym and why not, I don't know, Vos or Majid or whatever?
I was training before with... I was training one in a Vos gym, the old Vos gym where there was
with Hippo,
the Hezdi was Hezdi Gerges was friend with my ex-coach, and he was coming to Croatia often. So I met him and he called us to come there. We were at the Vos gym once or twice. I was also at Kops gym. Also Hezdi told come to Kops gym. And that's it. Vos gym, Kops gym, and also one gym in, I don't know how the town is called. It's like half an hour from Amsterdam.
In Utrecht?
Nee, not Utrecht. I don't. Small town, also one gym there.
Okay.
Yeah, there. The guy from the Showtime started from there, I think.
Van Edwin van Os?
Yeah, I'm thinking him.
In Alkmaar?
Alkmaar, Alkmaar, right? Yes, Alkmaar.
Okay,
So there,
Okay. Good, but I think I don't know. You have a good connection with Mike, right?
Yes, I think for my style of fighting, how I fight and how I do things, Mike gym is the best for me. Like, I really think that. Like,
Yeah.
And also as a kid growing up, Badr also always wanted to come. But before, when I come to the Netherlands, it was, I was at a cops gym and I asked like, do you go anywhere, anytime on to Mike's gym on sparring? Do you do it? How you do it? And everybody was like, oh, don't go there. They will just beat you. And I'm like, bro,
Sounds
you are
good to
fighters. Like, what's wrong with you? And then I wanted to come even more because of that. I didn't come at that time, but after, like,
How was the first time sparring in Mike's gym?
Yeah.
it was good. I didn't know how long we will do it because he didn't sell nothing. He just put me the gloves and said, if you can knock somebody out, knock him out. Yeah. But
it's also, my gym is also famous for like when new guys come in, they'll try to test them a little bit. You know, see the fresh meat is.
I understand why he do it, because there's really like a ton of guys are coming every day. And there are a lot of guys that is only talking, you know, I will come, I will train, I will be they are all talk. And like, it's in the end, it's still sparring. Like nobody will kill you. Like if you put the big gloves on your hand and just shell it up, you will survive. Nothing bad will happen to you. But like during since my time in my gym, there were like at least 100 guys that came to the first sparring and never came back.
Yeah.
And it was always something. Like before one sparring, Mike told me tomorrow he will exit on some injury or something. Then after a week or two, it's just like, oh, this training is not working for me or not something. That's why, you know, because if it's not that way, then I think like 10,000 people will train at the gym.
Yeah, true.
And everybody will talk shit. And, you know, I see also the comments on internet, like when you, YouTube, Facebook, doesn't matter where's the video, people are saying like, this is not good sparring, people need to spar technical, this is bad for your head, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like I told, like if you put guard up and shell up, nothing bad will happen to you, and you just need to survive a few of those sparrings. Yeah. Like, I still spar hard. It's not like I spar now easy and everything. It's still hard sparring, but you know, over the time you get used to it, and I don't know how to say it. It gets easier. Like it's not.
Yeah, of course, but not everybody's the same, and what's good for you is not good for somebody else. You know, everybody's different. Everybody needs maybe a different kind of approach or style. One thing I know Mike, I think Mike's a very good coach, but also his coaching style is not for everybody. He's very direct. He's very straightforward. Yes. If you're shit, he will tell you you're shit. I think he's very fond of you because he likes your mentality. You're eager to work and fight. What is your connection with him? You have any special bond with him, or?
I think we agree good. Like I learned over the last few years how he thinks about fighting and what he wants me to do. Like now I can say I don't understand like everything. Like I can now teach the Mike gym style or stuff like that. But I'm starting to understand how he wants to fight, and I'm learning, you know, every day. And also now I take a different look at like the Badr fight. Now the Badr fights are not just like Badr crazy throwing punches and hitting people. No. I see different things, what he did, how he do it, and stuff like that. Yeah. And aside that, like it's outside the training, we are like very good. Like I agree with him. He also come to Croatia. It's very nice. Like during the training, he's hard guy, but after the training, it's like really fun guy. Yeah,
like a friend.
Yeah.
You mentioned Badr. You just said also that you grew up watching Badr. It was like one of the guys maybe you looked up to. How was it at some point? And you came back to my team, you started training with him.
That was also like one dream check, you know, did the training with him and stuff like that. But it was nice for me, you know, nice memory. Like I cannot say in a single big thing about that. Like he's still Badr, so
it was like a lot of things from him.
Nice experience for me.
Did you learn a lot of things from him?
Yes, I learned like the way what he did, how he did it, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How he was fighting, and like I said, now I understand more. Like when I see, I don't know, fight against someone that he fought before, I understand what he did, how was the plan was, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how was Badr in sparring?
Good. Yeah, I had, I also sparring with Badr, I had, my respect to him. So I wanted to hit him, but at the same time, I didn't want to hit him.
Not too hard. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is.
But is it possible? Well, he's coming at you hard, I think.
Yeah.
Is it possible to not hit him back too hard?
Yeah, it's possible. I had my respect for him, and I was maybe even too respectful doing the sparring and everything with him, but yeah, I cannot change it,
No. Would you ever fight him?
Huh?
Would you ever fight him?
I think right now, no, but if I become the champion, I think then maybe he will want to fight me.
Yeah, but in a fight, you cannot be too respectful.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking the other day with Walter. I said to him, like, there are a lot of guys that are good in sparring, but shit in a fight. Because in a sparring, sometimes I don't want to do it. Like, I'm not lazy, but just tired. So I do the sparring just to do it, or I concentrate on one thing to do and just try to do one thing that I think that will help me for the next fight. And or I just concentrate on blocking, or, thinking about something and doing the special thing. Sometimes I'm like really into it. I really want to fight sparring. So it's different.
Yeah.
But that's like the sparring. But fighting, like I said, I come there ready to die, and then it's different. Like then no more playing around. Then it's like I'm in the zone. Okay, you can knock me out. I know you can knock me now, but
I can knock you out too.
Also, yeah, then I go like not holding punches, not everything, just go everything 100%, and let's see what happens.
We've seen a couple of times how you do that. We're going to talk about that some more. We're going to switch now to our next part of the show, which is called the time machine.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to time.
I'll be back.
And the time machine is, we give you a time machine and you can go back in time to any place and time you want. Yeah. And it can be a place, a moment that you would like to relive because it was really great. Yeah. And you would like to have the euphoria and the thrill of it again. It could be a moment that really fucked up. You said, no, Antonio, I can do better than that. Yeah. So take us back in time and tell me whether we get out.
Any moment in my life, yeah.
Any moment.
That's a really hard question.
Well, I think maybe the K1, the moment you won the K1 belt is like a majestic moment, monumental moment in your life, or maybe a loss that you fought. No, I didn't do well in that fight. I'd like to relive it, or I don't know.
Yeah, well, if it's about fight game, then probably the two losses that like against Nordin one, because I think me and Badr just for that show and that fight, he took Benjamin to, his mind was, I'm thinking that his mind was just, I'm just gonna knock him out easy. And in my mind for Nordin was like, last time I'd fight him, I was 10 days notice, I wasn't ready, nothing. Now I was training for the 5 months. It will be super easy. Yeah. So we didn't train as we supposed to train. It wasn't hard. We did too little. And that's the reason we both lost. But maybe that moment to correct the mistake and train harder, and also to be in the right state of mind, because before the fight I was like this is like, I'm just gonna walk, like beat him, then like Levy and the other guy, I didn't took them seriously, Yeah. And that, and K1 also, when I lost against Royal Manhart, I was, there wasn't the problem, not training, there was too much training. Yeah. I did too much. I was like super overtrained, and I couldn't, before the fight, I was starting to warm up, and I could not warm up, like, not possible. Like, and I'm hitting the pads, and coach tells me, like, hit hard, and I hit, like, the hardest I can.
Yeah.
And he's, like, just standing.
Not moving.
This is not good, like.
No.
And, yeah. No. From the fighting, I think those two, yeah.
But sometimes I say you learn more from a loss than from a victory.
Yeah,
if you take those two losses, especially like the Noordin one, did you learn anything from it?
Yeah, much. And after that, like even before that, I knew what needs to be done to get ready. But after that fight, like I'm 100% because we did too little, and I was aware we are doing like little. And I was thinking, maybe this, maybe that. And I was also speaking with Mike and something with Badr. Badr also told me at one time, like, even then, you are training too much. And in my opinion, we were training too little. So I was thinking, like, then, okay, maybe this is like the end game, you know, this is how you get to the top level. But for Badr, maybe for me, not like I think still like we did not too little, but that was like the only good thing after that fight is that, in my opinion, I trained like a shit, didn't do nothing, wasn't training for nothing, and still could do like the 4 rounds with like Noordin. Like,
yeah,
even in not training and not doing and nothing proper, I can still fight the best, just like me, without nothing. So that was like the good thing, but the bad thing was I lost. Yeah.
But then after that, I think, because you came into glory and you did your first fight with Noordin, fight of the year. Then you knocked out Jafar Wilness.
Yeah, no, I won 1 point.
Oh, you won 1 point, but you beat Jafar Wilness, and then last year you had 2 big knockouts against Tarek Babes and against Benny.
Yes.
So you really skyrocketed into the division. Number 1 rank now.
Yeah, that was that moment. Like I told you, I just said, okay, now it's my time. No more like experience or this or that. Just let's like fuck everybody up. And also that moment before the fight with Tarek, like few months before, I was sitting with my friend and coach, like from Croatia.
Yeah,
the weightlifting guy. And talking with him, and he told me like, okay, I think you just need to eat and to train as much as you can, because I was also always watching how much I eat. I was like thinking I don't need to go over the 110 kilos. 110 kilos is the best for heavyweight. I need that, blah, blah, blah. And then he comes to me and said like, I think you need to be heavier if you can be, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I talked with Mike, okay, what we're gonna do. And Mike also told me, okay, just train and eat whatever you want, however you want. Still, I watch not to eat too much of a shit, you know. Like I try to eat healthier, but
not fritule.
Yeah, not fritule. But like I still watch what I eat, but I'm never hungry, because I was cutting a lot of weight and I get used to being hungry. Yeah. And for me that was normal.
Yeah.
And now I'm just said like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna train and eat. And then my weight started to get up, and that showed to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Because the last 2 fights showed that. And I also, when I started doing the like Olympic weightlifting and stuff like that, like my elbow hurt, my, I don't know, wrist, everything hurt. After that, like everything gets stronger, and now like nothing hurts. Now all is good.
How much weight you put on?
Body?
Yeah.
20 kilos, something like that, 20 something. Yeah.
So now like 130 kilo?
Yeah, something. Few kilos up and down.
Fucking monster.
But also at the weigh-in for your last fight against Benny.
Yeah.
He was shocked that you were heavier than him, right?
Yeah, because he was talking, I'm a small heavyweight.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And what did he say after the fight? Did Rico say? Somebody told me, I don't know, I didn't read it, that Rico said that Benny made 1 mistake. What?
Yeah.
Put his head in my front of my fist, like. What's the mistake?
Yeah,
Nah.
that's kind of a big. Yeah, if you look at it, that's kind of a big mistake. You should never do.
Yeah, and
No.
I was happy because he was talking, small heavyweight, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Next, I like those guys that say, like, I'm going to show him, like, next level of kickboxing.
Yeah, does it fire you up? Does it motivate you more?
Yeah. And I already was fired up, but at that moment I was like, I will headbutt you and bite you, but I will not lose. Like, no way.
Yeah, that was a huge knockout, man. That's probably the biggest knockout in your career, right?
Yes, that's the biggest knockout.
Yeah.
And also against Tariq. Tariq also said new levels of kickboxing.
Yeah.
Because he has win over the Levy and one knockout loss against, not knockout, injury loss against Rico.
Rico, yeah.
And then he already started to act like, big shot.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, but even also not even from Tariq directly, but the people around him, everybody was speaking very. There was some kind of hype around Tariq at the time.
Yeah,
It's
number
maybe
one.
Yeah. That also kind of annoy you because I remember the interview you gave in the ring after the fight. You were really on fire.
Yeah, it really get on my nerves. Like, what did he do? Like, in my mind was like, do you see him like how he fights? Like, it's not like you are watching, I don't know, heavyweight Adesanya and he doing some crazy stuff. Then you go like, like this is, it's like he just go forwards, throw hooks and few low kicks. Like, what is next level about that? Like,
yeah.
But also, I knew you were a good fighter,
Yeah.
But after your last two fights, I became a huge fan of you, man. But not only me. If I speak about the Moroccan guys, after you said this one is for Badr, bro, my family in Morocco, who's that guy? He's a legend.
Before the fight, the Badr came to because Saki was getting ready for the fight after me.
Yeah.
And the Badr came to the dressing room and he went to say hello also to Saki. And come to me and also said, the few words to get me pumped up.
Yeah.
So
what did he say? Did you share?
Be strong, like just be like whatever he throws, like just be ready for it. Like don't be like be ready for everything he gets for you. And after that, it was also big for me. I know like. He went away from my gym. Whatever happens there happens. It's between him and Mike, how they like it. Like, and also they are so long together. Then, it's maybe not the coach and the fighter in between them, but more like friends. So maybe that's a problem. Like, I don't know. I'm just like speaking what I think it is, and like it was, big moment for me. Like this guy won against Badr, and I get a chance, to avenge him. Like,
yeah. So it got you the number one spot. You're the number one contender now. What's next for you?
Hopefully Rico.
Yeah. Any chance? Any side? Any word around the campfire that is the next fight you're getting?
Don't know. Like I heard like this and that, but nothing is like official or. I'm still waiting like for some date or something to say like who is my next opponent. Is it him? No. What date or what will happen? Yeah.
But you saw the last fight against Rico against Jamal.
Yeah. Oh, I went crazy.
Yeah. How did you watch that fight?
Yeah. When Jamal was doing what he needed to do, you saw he got him. Then when Jamal went and start going like a train at him crazy, I was getting mad because I knew what will happen,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rico in the end won. Like, I cannot say nothing bad about Rico. Like, nobody who can say that he's like a bad fighter.
No, nobody. No.
Yeah, it's like
you have to put some respect on his name, right? He's been champion almost for 9 years now.
Yeah, and he beaten everybody, and also I know a lot of Moroccans. I see in the comments and everything saying like Badr put him down twice, and I also agree with that. Like that fight, Badr was getting better, but also 4 and 5th round were still left, and Rico is the best at those 2 rounds, and I'm giving, taking my hat off for he goes down and gets up quicker,
Yeah.
You need to be champion for that. There's no way around it, you know.
Yeah. But I think also even in the Moroccan fans, he's won a lot of them over, especially in the Jamal fight the last time, because he showed his true fighting heart and spirit. You tell me, what are your sense in, like,
yeah, I really did not like Rico. I just don't like that guy. But after the fight against Jamal, you know, he have my respect. He came.
You must respect him. You don't need to like it. You must respect him. He's really good at what he does.
How would you approach a fight like that? How would you fight him?
I think how I fight and my style of fighting and what I like, my advantages against him, for him it's not good. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm entered the ring and I cannot do nothing to him, or he's not good for me. But from everything I saw now and how I feel, I think my style is not good for him.
No. Like, in what way? Can you explain a little bit?
I think the way I punch, the way I counter, the way everything, like I think he's like made for me to beat him. Let's say like that. I don't know, like I just feel that way. Like I see a lot of like holes in his game that I think I can hit him.
Yeah.
But can you fight with him 5 rounds, or do you need to knock him out?
Yeah, I will be ready for 5 rounds.
Yeah. It's a lot of fighters you speak to before and after they fought Rico. It's usually 2 different stories. Before it's like, I think I can beat him, and after them I was like, well, this guy's really strong.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he beats me easily, but from everything I saw now, from also the Benny fight, the Tariq fight, and from everything happening, I think I can do it. And also watching how Jamal fought him and how he got him in a difficult situation, I think I can do it. Yeah.
Also, one of the reasons maybe you're bulking up, you're getting bigger, because he's a big dude, man.
Yeah, he is big, and also that's the reason I put on the weight, because it's not easy fighting somebody to 120 kilos for 5 rounds, pushing around. And he's also the best conditioning guy out there. So have him on my back all the time, it's not easy. So that will take too much air of him just doing nothing. Like if I'm just 10, 15 kilos lighter than him.
Yeah. What would it, because you already have the K1 title. What would the win, if you beat Rico and you become the Glory heavyweight champion, what would it mean to you? Because now if you talk about Croatian fighters, obviously there's Krokop, Stipe Miocic is there.
Yeah, then I will be the first
Soldic,
Glory. Yeah. I will be the first Glory champion of Croatia, and honestly, I don't care that much about title. I just want to win every fight, and for the title, it's nice for the picture. Like I will get a lot of likes on Instagram. That's all.
Just that?
Yeah. Like I want it, of course, and I want to be the best. Yeah. Number 1, but caring for title or I'm now the Glory champ, look at me, blah blah blah.
No, I don't that would solidify your place in history, though.
Yeah, that's the nice thing.
Yeah, that's one of the best Croatian martial artists.
Yeah, that's then maybe after if I win the champion and defend it a lot of times, then we can get in a talk like who is the best Croatian fighter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you said in an interview with me that you you don't want to fight your sparring mates, Jamal Ben Saddik and Badr.
That's weird. That's like super weird. Okay, Badr is now gone. Like he's not coming to gym every day. Yeah. So like I still like don't want to fight him, but if it happens, if I win Rico and then after that he says he wants to fight me, okay, we will fight and stuff like that. But with Jamal, it's like I'm living with him right now, you know, it's weird.
But the next fight after Rico, it needs to be or Jamal or Rico or Badr.
Then Badr, like if I think Jamal fight, like if we are training together all the time and nothing, it makes sense like if both of us beat everybody. Okay, then 2 months you prepare, I prepare.
Yeah.
We go make a show, you know. But before that, like
makes no sense.
I don't want like that to happen. Like it's weird. Look, I need like not to see him for a few months so I can fight him, because Jamal is like likable guy. You know, he's big tough guy, but you know, we have fun. Like
I have a few more questions for you, but first we're gonna switch to this guy and then we're gonna switch back to Dutch now for a moment. Jij bent Rida in de ring, inmiddels niet meer weg te denken uit dit programma.
Nee.
Bij wie ben je geweest afgelopen week?
Ik ben bij Mohamed Toussasi geweest.
Okay.
Hij was ook de gast hier bij Vechtersbazen.
Ja.
Dus we hebben eigenlijk gelijk ook samen getraind.
Ja, dus je bent met mij teruggereden naar Rotterdam?
Zeker.
Ja, en dat was leuk?
Ja, hij liet mij in dat high kick zien.
Oké.
En het ging best wel goed totdat we gingen sparren. Toen
het ging best wel
ging
goed
het even fout. Het ging even fout.
Ja. Oké, zullen we even kijken?
Ja, is goed man.
Rida in de ring, komt ie aan.
Ja, ik probeer even goed mijn afstand te bewaren.
Ja.
En als ik zie dat ik hem kan raken, dan geef ik hem zo boom. En dan probeer ik gewoon goed met mijn lichaam erin te draaien. Dan...
Een van jouw laatste partijen die ik heb gezien.
Klopt.
Die heb je ook afgerond met een high kick,
de rechter
toch?
high kick, klopt.
Was dat gepland? Heb je dat getraind? Of?
Ik voelde hem aan, dus ik gaf hem linkerhoek, rechterhoek.
Ja.
En ik liep in. En ik zie hij wil instappen en toen boom, gooide ik hem eruit.
Oké, nou, ik ben blij dat je er nog bent. Dat je het hele huis er vanaf hebt gebracht.
Wat gekneusde ribben, maar het komt goed.
Ja, gekneusde ego ook?
Ik denk in een rematch zou ik misschien wel...
Oké. Ja, kijk mee hè. Oké, ja.
Okay, shit.
Spannend. I was just thinking, you watched a lot of UFC or not?
Me to UFC?
Yeah.
Honestly, if the UFC, that won't happen, but like just right now thinking, if the UFC bring back the knees to the head, elbows from upside, and all the crazy stuff, soccer kick and stuff like that, I will go UFC immediately.
Yeah. Then, like, you have the judo background.
Nah, I don't care about this. I'm not like judo belt. I'm green belt the judo. It's like kids school. You get that like 2-3 years I was training that. But
yeah, but I mean, being on the ground fighting is not alien to you.
Yeah, I did it, and I was training. I started after the boxing class. I told you I was a fan of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
he was the first guy I look up to from UFC. And I was starting like MMA, like that was the first gym open, I think, in Croatia for MMA. And I was training there. And MMA scene at that time in Croatia or Balkan was non-existing. Yeah. It was just us saying we want to be the MMA guys. And then over the time I fell in love with Muay Thai. And Muay Thai for heavyweight is not also non-existing. So kickboxing,
If you look at the UFC heavyweight roster now, any guys in there that you would like to fight? I have one name, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, probably the champion, Nagano.
Yeah, just you go straight to the top, fuck the rest.
Yeah, like he's the champion, okay, like. And I thought before that he would not wrestle. But obviously he will. So I'm in just my mind is like, okay, we go to the center, throw a few hooks and see who stand alive.
Okay, but here's my idea. You want to know who I have in mind? I would love to see you and Tuivasa go at it. Because he has the same mentality. He would just stand in the center and bang with
also
you.
Bit. Yeah, I like him. Yeah, Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, because I think the two of you would have an awesome fight. I'm very curious to see if you would also drink out of his shoe after the fight. Would you? No?
No.
No? No? Never done it?
Nope.
Not gonna do it?
No.
I think also the after party would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's the good one. Yeah, I agree. Just come to the center, hands down, and okay, I hit you, you hit me.
Yeah. Okay, now it's my turn. Yeah. You see the Derek Lewis fight? You see him?
I saw that. Yeah.
That elbow was nasty, man.
Yeah.
But you said you like Brock Lesnar. You like also the WWE stuff?
No, I don't like that. But I was playing as a kid and doing all that, and then I would come to my father. This is the strongest one of them. He would go like, no. But now, like, I cannot watch that. It's too funny to me to watch that. You know?
Yeah, Mike is big on WWE. He likes it a lot.
I know. Yeah. I can watch a bit, but I cannot watch the full show. Like, I don't understand how they sell out the Super Bowl stadium.
It's huge, man.
And people are watching it, and they are pretending to fight. Like,
you can even bet on it.
Yeah,
and that makes no sense to me because the outcome is already known before they get into the ring. You know, but you can still place bets. It's like
so it's crazy. Like I respect what they do. Like it's not easy for sure. But it's
tough. It's what I do, especially because you have this traveling circuit. You have like 3 shows in a week, and it's really wearing on your body. Because what they do, they are athletes, no doubt about it.
Yeah, that's 100% sure. Yeah.
So you're never gonna fight John Cena or?
No. I don't know. Of course, for money, you do stupid stuff, but it's not like I don't know. I need to get in certain mental space where I could do No.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to like watching Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and Andre the Giant, all those guys. But you know, then you're not so, you know that it's fake, but you don't really
you know what is
care
also
about it.
It's like watching a movie. It's also fake, but you like it.
Yeah, exactly.
In
you
Croatia,
like the characters.
I never saw it once on TV anywhere, like WWE or Super Bowl. Or maybe here in Netherlands, you know, you're more connected to that stuff. You see it more. But in Croatia, or from what I know, Balkan, there's no stuff like that down there. Like WWE, for anybody from Croatia that I know, is just like fake fighting pussies. Let them be. You know, that's like the mentality down there.
Not real men.
Yeah, not real men.
But still, I know we talked a little bit that you like to, on it, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, like to party, but you like to be showy a little bit. You have a very popular YouTube channel. I think you're in Croatia, actually, you're pretty famous. You're a pretty big deal, right?
Yeah, I think everybody know me in Croatia.
Yeah.
Not everybody watch me probably, but like everybody I think know me. Like yeah,
because you're famous on television.
I feel like not so much on television. Like I never had like any TV or something to push me.
No.
Okay, they when after the fight, when I fight, they put it on like the news show on TV and everything, but not so much big as a deal as some other fighters, you know. Yeah. But over the YouTube and Instagram and the fights, and they are really supporting me. I cannot say like.
Yeah.
Can you just walk there in the city, or
I feel like really. Yeah, I can walk. Like people will come and ask a picture or just fist bump me, stuff like that. But it's nothing too crazy because also with Croatian mentality, especially like in Split. Like in Split, everybody knows me. Like that, I can say. Like there, everybody knows me. Outside, I don't know. But like if I come to Zagreb or somewhere outside, like the Split, much more people will come because they don't see me every day. Yeah. But in Split now, also during the winter and stuff like that, there's like few places there everybody go. And if you come there, you see me. Like, and then you see me every day. Then that's not like so much a big of a deal. Yeah. And also you have like Goran Ivanišević, the tennis player.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he won Wimbledon, he was coming to Split. You should see that on YouTube. There, like the whole Croatia was in Split. Like it was crazy. Like that hundreds of thousands of people were on and everybody partying, getting crazy. The next day, he's walking like through the Split. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, they saw him, they will say, oh, hey, Goran, nice game. And that's all. Like, people don't, it's not like people are not, the crazy or go too much to bother you or, they're like, okay, see you. Very nice. Bye.
But you are from Split, so if you would beat Rico, can you imagine what it would be like if you go back to Split and the hero's reception?
It will be nice. If they do something or don't do, I go alone, like get drunk in the middle of street with a belt, throwing it around. Yeah, I don't know, like
have a good party.
Yeah, it will be nice. Yeah.
I want to go to our next point. It's in the show. It's our regular. It's already on the screen. We call it Mount Fightmore. Mount Fightmore is like modeled after you have the Mount Rushmore in the US, where you have the presidents carved out on the rocks. This is our fight equivalent of it. So just actually the couple of guys are very influential for me and Malus, my former partner in crime, in our love and inspiration for martial arts. And, for people who don't know it yet, we have Ramon Dekkers, Bas Rutte, John Blooming, and Bruce Lee. And our question to you is, if you had to name one person who's been very influential in your life for your love of martial arts, who would be on Mount Fightmore if it was up to you?
Well, for fighting, father, but from the fighters...
But you can name your father if he's like the biggest influence for you.
He had the biggest influence, him, and from the fighters, I used to watch a lot of fights of Spong.
Spong, yeah?
Yeah, Spong, Nicky Holzgen, Ramon Dekkers. I watched the whole documentary of Bas Rutten street fight.
Yeah,
what
that's
he
awesome.
did. Then I was like propagating that over to the guys all in the street, like, you need to do this when someone's like, him, Bruce Lee, not so much.
No, it doesn't have to be any of these guys, just in your personal opinion.
So,
because your name's Spong. Well, why Spong?
I don't know. I just like him. Like a few years ago, I was watching his stuff all the raid around, like, and I feel with him, he lost his best year for nothing. That's my opinion right now. Like, he lost, like, he could be like beat everybody up and be like badass champion of the kickboxing and the face of champion, but now like that's done because he did boxing 10 fights, few fights MMA, and now after this last fight of him when he was Kharitonov, I got pissed so much. Like, I was watching it, I got crazy. Like, fuck you! Like, what are you doing? Like, because it would be nice to watch him like the best years of his at kickboxing. I think, So that, of course, Badr. From the old fighters, Mark Hunt, I like him very much. He's like.
Mark Hunt is also...
Mark Hunt, I like him. From the boxing guys, I will not say Tyson because everybody say Tyson. But like Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, I like really much. The way he fought.
Tyson is the GOAT, man. Tyson is the GOAT, right?
Yeah, but now looking at it...
Young Tyson then, eh?
Yeah, it's not like... He's like definitely the baddest one you can see. Like the highlights, it's crazy. But now I'm also aware that all those fighters, they were not that good, It's boxing shit. Like you fight bums to the championship, then you fight the good guys. So it's like me now fighting amateurs and get the crazy highlights. So still Tyson is Tyson, but I different angle on it. But from the boxing, I think Holyfield will be number one.
Holyfield is so underrated.
And a few days ago, I was talking with one friend from Miro, and we were talking fighting. He knows fighting really good. We were talking, and I asked him like, okay, your opinion? Who is he's older guy, like 70 years old, I think, 60, 70. Maybe I'm wrong, so he doesn't get offended. I'm not gonna say 100%, but he's older guy, looks really younger. But I was talking with him, okay, like because he grew up in the era of Tyson, Holyfield, everybody, he watched everything, UFC, Pride, everybody. I asked him, your opinion, who is like the best fighter you saw fighting and like really enjoy it? And his answer was Ramon Dekkers. He said that he was watching him in Thailand live, and he said like he was built for it. Like he cannot do nothing else except that, like the way he fought there and did there. So
yeah, it's not surprising, but it
Turban
amazes me
from
that,
hell, yeah.
Out of all the fighters sitting in that position, I asked this question. I think 90% they name Ramon Dekkers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He was great, man.
It's crazy. He did what Tyson did, but against the best of the best.
Yeah,
it was not like some. It was against best of the best.
Man, he was beating the Thai in their own game in their own country.
Yeah.
You know, that's.
And then when you see that highlights, I remember first time seeing the Turban from hell. One friend that was also training was sending. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
He sent me like 10 years ago that, and I was like, what the fuck is it? Like, he's killing people. Yeah.
He was ferocious.
I never saw a fight of him.
Yeah.
You never saw you should educate yourself, man.
That,
Go on YouTube and next week come back to me
I will,
and tell me what your ideas of
when was his prime? Which years?
It was like late 80s till mid 90s, I think. Was his best year. He fought into the 2000s, you know, but later he was a little bit older.
Yeah, he was older.
Yeah, but like early to mid 90s, he was just insane, and he didn't win. You know, he lost a lot of fights as well, but all his fights were just
crazy,
straight out wars. He would never shy
like
away.
I said, this guy told like he was built for it and nothing else, and he said like he was also talking about that like something like the Thai guys, they like wanted to kill him, but they cannot do it because he showed them, he earned their respect because he was coming there, beat them. And he didn't beat them on decision or nothing. He will knock them out. Like you cannot like get mad at that.
No.
And from MMA guys, Fedor Emelianenko, definitely. Yeah, he was like
Fedor is my goat in MMA. Yeah,
I like him very much. Yeah, he's also my goat of MMA. Yeah. Him and Igor Vovchachin.
Now we're going real old school.
Yeah, I remember seeing
in the black speedo. And,
his highlights. I was like, oh, this is like next Superman.
Yeah, I think one of my first experience with fight sports, I was already watching some kickboxing fight, and somebody, I think for my birthday, they gave me out like VHS tape from Russian cage fighting.
Yeah.
And and Vovchachin was in there. That's why I remember him so well. But the first, and watching in these fights, we had like no rules and no rounds. They would just go in until they killed the other guy. And I was like, what the hell is this?
Igor Vovchachin, bad man.
Yeah, he was
him
bad,
and man. I don't know. For me, the most fun time for MMA was Pride days. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
The soccer kicks and the foot stomps, that was nasty, man.
Yeah, that's also I'm remembering, I don't know, Shogun Rua, some highlights, 9 minutes of him jumping to people's head and soccer kicking him like.
Oh, he had a nasty soccer kick, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's why I thought, like, if they bring back all the rules like that to the MMA, then for me it's interesting. But right now, like I like stand-up fighting too much to go to the ground. I go to the ground if I would fight on the ground, but I don't like so much like jiu-jitsu and grappling. I don't like it too much.
Go fight Jewish Fassa. Would be good. Last thing before I let you go, because I think you have to go to training. You're training now with Jamal Ben Saddik.
Yeah.
He's preparing for his fight with Levi Richters.
Yeah.
What do you think of that fight?
Jamal knockout.
Yeah?
Anything can happen. Well, now we will see how good Levi is really. This is his first like real test, first fight against the black guy in the tournament. I don't know his name. He has hard name to say.
Bugwandas,
him. That was like nothing.
No.
Nordin also nothing, because Nordin was fucked up from fighting 4 rounds here, and he had like basically nothing against.
That was a good fight though.
Yeah.
Richters against Nordin, against Tarek. I mean, it was a good fight though.
Yeah, and he lost that fight. Now he won this Mojni fight.
Mojni, yeah.
And now this is like the first like real test to
biggest
see.
test for him. Yeah.
Is he the next prince of kickboxing?
Yeah.
Now we will see, is he that or no? But I think Jamal will go through him.
Yeah.
Jamal is a hard guy to fight, yeah.
Yeah, you spar with him. How is sparring with him?
Hard. Yeah, well, right now it's like he's fighting, I'm not, so I try to make him better, but also when we are both fighting, you know, sometimes try to make him better, me better, you know, try to help each other.
Yeah.
But he is getting better, like.
Yeah, because he's often this depicted as this guy who's a little bit one-dimensional. He's only this right equalizer, but that's about it. But is that true?
No, he's getting better at all, yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting better, and I think his right hand is really powerful, but his kicks are more powerful. Yeah, it's crazy. The other day, we were kicking. Mike was killing us with kicking and some combo, but kicks.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see though in Rico fight even he was kicking more than he used to.
Yeah, that's like
he had also a scar there.
Yeah, it's really hard. Like he kicks really, really hard and fast. And for that, he's like the really big guy.
He's a big scary guy, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but for that kind of the big guy, he's like really fast and really. Like how to say, coordinated. You know, he can throw the wild stuff, spinning. Really, like really fast and coordinating for that big guy. You will never thought it like.
So awesome. And last thing, final thing, Badr against Rošek, the rematch.
Badr. I think if Rošek do some miracle like the last time, like but. The last time we were watching the fight, I was watching it with Miro and all the guys that came to the fight up there. And before, like, he knocked out, hit the Rošek. He hit him
3 times,
Yeah, and the third time he went down, Miro saying to me, like, this is over. And I said, Badr will quit. Because I saw him, he was walking to the corner and I saw him look at his arm. And when he turned around, I saw the bicep was gone. And I said, that is bad. It's hard to fight with torn biceps, you know? If you fuck something here or here, you can maybe, but torn biceps, like, and he hit him over the torn biceps in the head because...
What's your opinion? Is Badr need to go further with kickboxing? Do we need to...
Now we'll see. This is like, if he go through Rošek, just and also... You know, I'm not the one to tell what he needs or not because he basically gets crazy money for that. And if you ask me, I will probably do it, you know. But from that side, but from the other side, if he goes now through Rošek and beat him up like a monster, then Badr is Badr. Like he throw Rico 2 times to the ground. Like nobody can say nothing. But also for that fight, he like the last 2 rounds, if he's just run and throw the jab, he will won on points.
Be a little bit more patient.
But also Badr is Badr, but if that happened, he will won. But also for the 5th and 5th round, Rico is dangerous, and he got the kicks in. He threw him a few times with the kicks. So I will not say like 100% that, especially after the last fight against Jamal, I said like, when I saw the eye and everything, like it's done, like no possible way. But still, like, because I have a fight, I had amateur fight with the eye injury. I didn't get close, but I see like the guy was in front of me, and I saw like the 10 guys in front of me, but really 10 guys. Like,
which one am I gonna hit?
And I didn't know, so I just put my hands up and walk to him, and when I feel him, I will hit. I won the fight, but after the fight, I went to the ambulance. Like they need to do something like with the eye, and I know how hard is, you know, to fight with that kind of. That's really is hard.
Like a handicap.
People don't like respect it, but that's really is hard. Not seeing blood and everything, because he didn't see nothing on that eye. But they let him continue because he's Rico. If that happens to somebody else, it will be.
I didn't mind it.
Yes. No. So if Badr can go through Rošek, he can, but like. If he beat him like the last time and knock him out quick, Then I don't know. Then next fight for Badr, I think, is Adeboy. Probably he will want to avenge the loss.
Yeah.
And that's like when we see if he can go forward or no. Yeah. But I think he can win Adeboy.
So if Rojax wins against Badr, you need to do it for Badr.
Yeah, if Rojax wins against Badr, I go on street, fuck him up. I go like in front of the hammer regime, like, okay, come here.
All right, yeah.
Stone him to the face.
Let's call us, make sure we can set up the YouTube stream for it. Then sell some pay-per-views.
Yeah.
All right, Antonio, been a pleasure talking to you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. I wish you all the best of luck. And I do hope you get what you're aiming for, which is the big title fight. And you can write some more history.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Rida, dankjewel ook weer. Ga je weer ergens naartoe?
Deze week?
Ja?
Ja, deze week ga ik weer langs een leuke vechter.
Oké, ik ben benieuwd. Dat teasers nog niet. Laat maar zien het volgende week gewoon.
Zeker.
In ieder geval de hele aflevering met Rida en de Ring, die komt nu natuurlijk 2 dagen na het publiceren van deze podcast ook op ons YouTube kanaal. Dus hou dat in de gaten. En voor al de rest, je weet waar je ons kan vinden. Op YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Vergeet niet te liken, te delen, te abonneren. Vooral abonneren is belangrijk voor ons mensen. Ik kan het niet vaak genoeg zeggen. Doe dat, is belangrijk. Of voor ons kunnen we ook weer sponsoren aantrekken, et cetera. En dan kunnen wij deze fijne podcast blijven maken. En vertel het voort aan je moeder, aan je zuster en aan de fritulenbakker in Split. Die wil ook graag misschien een leuke podcast zien. Dan zeg ik voor nu alleen nog maar oes!